Hey everyone, it's Plus One News and Review. We are having a very special report today. It is December 21st. It is Winter Solstice 2013, and there's a whole lot of stuff has been going on in the past year, and I'd like to take a look at some of that stuff. I think the biggest news story of the past few years is that the people are no longer sheeple. We have gotten a lot of information through the internet. We have poked holes in the wall that was separating ourselves from self-knowledge, and this self-knowledge is turning out to be an immense power. Know thyself has never had more impact. And the self that we're learning about is the one that goes to war. It's the one that abuses children. It's the one that makes children brides. It's the one that participates in all kinds of sexual abuses. And we are learning that this part of ourselves as a human culture is one that we can no longer abide by. And so we had a huge bust, child pornography ring international, and this came out of Canada, and two amazing women went to great lengths to flesh out this particular bit of the shadow aspect of being human. In Utah, the state there has reduced homelessness by 78%. They are giving out free housing. Imagine, they just give the people apartments to live in. I know it sounds like an outrageously complex solution to the problem of homelessness, but that's how they're doing it in Utah. We've also seen police officers come forward to own police brutality, to explain to us the pressures that they are under, and the ways that they are forced into, well, I don't want to say forced into. I want to say that they are pushed into a corner, and I think the biggest lesson that humanity may have learned coming up to 2014 now is that we all must stand alone in our own integrity and speak up. Nobody gets to just put their head in the sand anymore. If you're laying on the couch watching TV, people are making fun of you. A lot of us aren't doing that and haven't been doing that for a really, really long time. And the reason that they're making fun of you is because they have compassion for you, and they're trying to wake you up and let you know that this human life was designed to do many great things, and being distracted isn't one of them. So there's a lot of improvements that have been happening in our minds, the way that we think, in our bodies. The way that we eat has changed dramatically. I would say 15 years ago, I'm 51, and I would not have imagined that the organic food movement would have become as widespread as it is. Now, in the information age that we're in, we have been exposed to loads and loads and loads and tons of what are being called conspiracy theories, and one of them is that the elite, or the Illuminati, or the New World Order, or I just kind of picture a bunch of old guys that are really far away from their hearts, hanging out, eating meat, and drinking brown liquids in cute little glasses, those guys, that they have been running an agenda which includes controlling us by weakening our physical systems with chemical-laden foods. I think that one might be right. Yeah. And so we've stopped eating a lot of those foods, and we have included things in our diet like seaweed, like Himalayan salt. There's a long list of superfoods. So I think that is a big story, and I think taking it to the next level now, because one negative thing that has happened in all of that is that it really costs a lot to eat that way, and economically, I'd have to say we're being taken advantage of a little bit, especially by the bigger companies who are now putting out what they call organic products. The best thing really is for you to research wild foods and what are called weeds, because these are superfoods. And when you eat food that comes from the biosphere in which you're living, that is the food that has the highest benefit to you. So you might be getting chia seeds, or you might be getting goji berries, or you might be getting these superfoods from other countries. But ultimately, the best thing for you to be eating is growing within a mile radius of where you are. And there's this amazing guy who wrote a book, and I'm going to direct you to that channel. Just plug in thatchannel.com, and on their page, their home page, if you scroll down, you're going to find an interview with a man who's written a book about dandelion and plantain and milk thistle and clover roots. And I myself have done a lot of research in this department, and it's not just the health at that point, it's the awareness, as he points out in the video interview on Liquid Lunch with Hugh Riley, that this is also a freedom. If you can pick these foods and eat them and you don't have to buy them, I guess it doesn't really matter, as he says, what happens to our economy. I'm going to come up to that issue now. The whole idea that the world is ending, well, it is. And that's really good news, because our world sucks. You know what I mean? So this is the collapse of the age of industrialization, and the Industrial Revolution has revolved, and it's revolved us to this place where we're harming the planet to such an extreme degree in order to support the basics of our survival and of our societies, that we have come to the point where we will not abide by industrial means of resource extraction. So the movement in Canada to stop the pipelines, and movements all over the world, including the United States, to stop fracking and all kinds of abuses to our one Earth. And this is another bit of awareness that has come through. It's actually a huge bit of awareness, and that is that we are sovereign beings, that Earth is our inheritance, that governments, regardless of how poor of a job they may be doing, they are not tyrannies or monarchies. They were put in place by the people, and they are optional. The government and your participation in it is optional. So as we break away from government control in terms of whether we can drive, whether everything, really. We are entering a whole new era, which could lead us quickly to a kind of human freedom that mankind, womankind, us, one human family, that we have not experienced since time out of mind. And speaking of that, speaking of time out of mind, we are also having a spiritual revolution. We are doing experiments, quantum scientists and quantum physicists, to help us to understand the power of our mind, the power of our emotions, the power of energy, the power of the human body as technology. This is possibly our destination, and that would be complete self-realization. And one of the most powerful things that I've learned from studying Buddhism and practicing meditation and a little bit of research into what the quantum physicists are saying, and that is that the connection between your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, and your body, once mastered, has a very strong and clear effect on your reality. So I'm going to leave you now with Plus One News Winter Solstice 2013 special report by asking you to be mindful of your thoughts and your emotions, and be self-directed. Your unique vibrational imprint is important, and I want you to develop that into a powerful expression that will help this journey we're on to a better world. Happy holidays, and we'll see you again.